Okay. Hey, I'm live, I think. Oh, well, maybe not. Hey, I guess I am live. All right, good. That was very strange. Hey. Excellent, good. It was showing me a different thing on my other monitor. I don't know why. Who knows? It is Friday, everyone, and that means it's time for a pin chat or whatever. Another one, even. I was late today, and it wasn't even because of Audrey. She wasn't here. She's obviously still not. And that's because Franklin-Christoph had their fountain pen online show this week, and so she was just finishing up orders, and she actually just called and said she's finally on her way home. So that's cool. She was not going to show up on the stream though. Unfortunately, she might wave through the doorway. We'll see if she does that much. But she's going to come home, work out, and collapse probably. So that's her plan. So welcome to everybody who is hanging out today. We got Ruth and Becky and David and Bruce and Greg and Ben and SC Go To and Christine and Beachy and Howard and Russell and Macchiato and Nancy. Hello. Peekaboo, I knew that was a pin coming in the mail. You called it. It was, that was, to be fair, not a tough call. So, hey, Olivier, what's up? Yeah, I did get a couple of pins this week, and I got a bunch of new inks this week from a good friend who sent me a surprise package. I got some fun stuff to dress up my my little Inka Pet friends. Those just arrived here in the P.O. box, and I haven't had a chance to open them up yet. So we will get to those. And I'm going to swatch a bunch of inks, because I've got this whole bag of inks right here to show off. And that is because my... So start with a little story. At the San Francisco Pin Show, Rickshaw Pins was there, and Mark has these really cool stoneware cups with, they look like this. They say the pen is mightier than the sword, and like this big stoneware mug, and it's awesome. And so Audrey got me one, this one in fact, and she put it in the big hard shell case that Franklin-Christoph ships their stuff in on the airlines. And the TSA busted into it and like rearranged things and just like left a mug just loose in there. Like when we opened it up, it was just like cattywampus. It was ridiculous. Right next to an TSA Cares piece of paper. So cool. And it got broken. So you can probably see the crack here. I snugged this big chunk back into where it belongs, but there is a decent hole in here that you can't really see, but certainly is there. And once a mug like this is broken, like it doesn't really work the same. Hey knows. So I got a box in the mail like 2 days ago, and I was expecting like a couple of ink samples from this person at some point because she asked if I wanted some, and I get this box and it is substantially heavier than a couple of ink samples, and it was a brand new mug. So she went. It's not this one. it's in my sink actually because I've used it the last couple of days. She got me a brand new rickshaw mug to replace the one that the TSA broke. So thank you so much, Kimberly. That was super nice. Kimberly is the person who she's one of the people that writes on the Pen Addict. She has all the hobbies on Instagram. Go and see her on Instagram at all the hobbies on Instagram. And, tell her I said hi and I was talking about her, and this is awesome because she never catches this. It's at a bad time for Californians. So that was like super touching. And the box that it shipped in, the rickshaw box, they are serious about this thing being immobilized. Look at all, it's like 3 layers, 3 different layers of protection, like holding this thing suspended in this box, which is way more than TSA did. So thank you very much, Rickshaw, and super thanks to Kimberly, who got that mug for me, all in secret. And then she sent me this big old bag of samples, because she's like, well, it's stupid to send you 2 samples. Like, why would I do that? So she went through my FPC.ink, the Fountain Pen Companion, and Bad Time for Californians. Yeah, hey, Claire, welcome. Sorry about that. And so she sent me like this big old thing of inks that I don't have. There is one in here that I do have, but the rest I don't. So, super awesome. So, thank you very much to Kimberly, and just want to say, like, this community is great. And I was listening to a podcast today about, like, and somebody asked, like, hey, how do you make friends as an adult? And this is kind of weirdly how I've made friends as an adult. Starting a YouTube channel, getting into pens, and like meeting a bunch of awesome people through this hobby, and it's been great. So yeah, this is a good place, and I like it. Howdy, howdy, what's up, Freak Show? Welcome. Hey, everyone. Had the tab open in the background. It didn't auto start. Oh, that's really weird, Greg. Sorry about that. Not that I have any control over it, but I get it. Hey, Mike. Nice to join the stream after a pen cleaning session. Yeah, good. You got so many fresh, clean pens. Beachy, I was worried about Rickshaw shipping yours, but yeah, it would take some effort to break those mugs in shipping. I know, right? Only here briefly, but hello. That's totally fine. You do you, Claire. I appreciate all the time you spend in my stream, making sure that people straighten up and act right. As a mod. Nice thing about the fountain pen hobby is everyone's friendly, including everyone in chat. Yeah, this is Nose. He has really been a serious desk cat recently. There you go. There we are, Mr. Nose. Which is great, except when you're trying to get work done on your desk. It's a Chrome YouTube thing. Oh yeah, no, I didn't do it. I couldn't have done it, unfortunately. If I could make it start on everyone's computer, I totally 100% would. So yeah, this is Nose. He showed up in my shown design video a little bit. I had to shoo him off my desk like 3, maybe 4 times. So he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And like his head will poke in, and I'll throw him on the floor. And all right, planning on cleaning pens tonight. The sink is clean. The pens are next to it. All systems go. Yeah, that's good. That's good. How's my to be cleaned drawer? Actually, my to be cleaned box is empty. These are just little things I use to clean stuff with. So yeah, my to be cleaned box. Empty. I'm good. Mostly it's empty because I still have... I have like 4 or 5 ink reviews that I've written. Hey, what you looking at? Just looking around? 4 or 5 ink reviews that I've written and haven't had a chance to do the reviews for because, I don't know, I've just been kind of busy and, you know, stuff. So once I do those, I will clean out the pens that are associated with them, and then I will have to do some pen cleaning. So like this one from Lachlan. That is loaned out by Kenro. I need to do this review and send a couple of pins back to them. Ink's watching and watching this. Heck yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Bit of a late night cleaning session joining from the UK. This is about 2,200 hours there. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. That's pretty good. Say about a lap cat and hello to desk cat. This cat has never really been a lap cat. It's just not his thing. Brought in with a peekaboo. Yep, for sure. Oh, knows he's a ghost. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Cats can see ghosts, is what I hear. Also, mummies. I don't know. I saw that movie with the Brendan Fraser. So let's talk a little bit about a couple of pens that I got this week. We'll start with the Peak because I already talked about it a little bit in saying I have it. This is the shown design Peekaboo Peak pen in the engineered plastics section of his site. He now has 3 of them, and I have 1 of each, which is very exciting. Ian has been a friend of mine for a long while, and I really like, you know, chatting with that guy, and he knows I love Peak, and so he sent me a Peak pen for review and to show everyone. So this is Peak, Black Ultim, and regular Natural Ultim, which was the first one. I wonder how many puns there will be about the Peekaboo tonight. I don't know. Hopefully a bunch. I'm into it. Actually emptied 3 pens in the last 4 days. Feeling pretty good about that rate. That is pretty good. And you can see that these are all essentially the same outward design. There might be some things on the inside of these last 2, but I can't really see how they're different because they're opaque. And these are all set up identically-ish with, well, I guess they are all pretty identical in terms of O-rings and such. I've taken them apart and looked. And so you can eyedropper all of these without any extra greases or any of that stuff. They're just ready to go. Pour ink in the barrel and you're good. Natural also looks slightly larger. It's just a matter of perspective. They're all the same. Yeah, it's a perspective thing. I think it's because you can see the nibs and stuff inside. Also, well, I don't know. Maybe it is slightly larger, but also mine was a very first run. Let's see if the cap dimension is the same. 14. Now they're all the same. Yeah, 14. Yeah, they're all the same. You watch the Peak unboxing. I do like the Ghost in the Pun, but the price is a little high for you right now. I get it. It's not an inexpensive pen, and that's for sure. But you know, that's kind of the way it goes, unfortunately. So yeah, it is a little bit more expensive than the other 2. They are $250, $260, and $275 respectively. I guess I should go like this. There Now they're an order of expensiveness. And yeah, it's not like that's not a just an impulse buy price for most people, right? Yeah, no, I totally get it. Fortunately, like Ian's not running on any kind of FOMO or anything like this. These are in his regular line of pens right now, and so they're going to be available for the duration. So I'd say just wait for a little bit. How much taxes are? Oh well, yeah. I mean that's tax rates, man. You gotta throw in taxes, and you pay for $250 or something. Yeah, $20 in taxes, like slightly under 10%, right? So 8% maybe. So just kind of the way it goes. Uncle Sam's got to get his cut. Let's see. Peek. Where are they from? These are from Shown Design. I'm sure one of my mods will throw the link in here. It looks like Claire's the one that's here. Shown Design. It's Ian Shown. Got to pay for the government services. It's true. It's true. Roads and highways and stuff like that. Hey, Mike, you're late. Yeah, it's fine. Sales taxes are necessary evil. Yeah, you gotta have them. Gotta have them. So, and I mean, he's got to pay them because otherwise the government comes from him. There it is. Shown Design. You can find them all there. So this is Peak. This is polyether ether ketone, I think, is what that is. And then you've got Ultim, which are these other two in natural and black. So Ghost Engraving is so cute. I hope Ian keeps that design element in the future pens. Yeah, so this was, I think, his first foray into engraving things on the pens. And he was telling me about how it was a fun design challenge to match depths and thicknesses and all this kind of stuff, because these are very thin. Like the machining on these is pretty precise, and these are very thin walls on things. So there's not a whole lot of depth to engrave into there, So he did a lot of design, trial and error, and work and such, trying to get the right font, the right placement, all that stuff with regard to these. So you got the Waven Ghost there, which is adorable. Yeah, I can totally. And then you've got the Shown Design over here. I like that font. I think it's a pretty cool all caps style of font. Wish I could write that way. Which is my favorite? I mean, the Peak is the newest one, and I have a history with Peak. So this is my Peak Kasama Una, which is my first super plastic pen. And so I really like Peak. I think it's something that's unusual and something that really appeals to me. But each one of these is going to appeal to a different crowd entirely, right? And they each have their own, I'm bad at picking favorites. It's just not the thing I like to do. I really like the Natural Ultim because I love the coloring. I think it's such a cool color, kind of like an iced tea situation. And the Black Ultim, I think, could be boring, but this is finished very, very fine finish on this thing, and it makes it look like a zirconium or some kind of a metal. See this laying on a table. While I was at DC, a lot of people stopped by oh, is that zirconium? I'm like, nope. It's a totally different thing, and they pick it up. It's like, oh, this is definitely not metal, right? So, Ghost Engraving, yeah. So I hope he keeps doing some engraving. That'd be kind of fun. One of my square pen rests. I don't have the case right handy, but this is a square style pen rest. It's talking about the things on my site at inky-d.com. This is one of the square ones. This is a square one that I kept. I wonder why. Maybe it's because I just like the color. Does it have a defect or something? I use a lot of defective ones. It has a few little wrinkles down at the bottom, but I think I just really... Oh, it's got a dent right here. And it happens. You love your natural one? Yeah. But these work, they work very well. All the square-ish things. We got here. There's sort of an oval one. So, yeah. But I use these all the time on my desk. That's why I have them sitting around. A lot of the ones I use have some kind of a defect. This one I really like, but it's got bubbles. Sometimes these clays develop things in the oven that you're not expecting. So, you can see there's a big bubble right there. Just, there was an air pocket in the clay, and when it heated up, it expanded, and blurp, air bubble. So that one belongs on my desk. And I've got ones like this, which were lacquered over. And so I've been kind of testing these. I don't really like to lacquer stuff much. They will, sometimes it has stuck to a thing. So, All your personal pin wraps are seconds. Yeah, I know, right? You don't want to put them out in the world, but they totally work for me. But this lacquer's worked pretty okay, but I don't think it's better than the non-lacquered version, so I just never tried doing any more of those. Those squares are designed by me. I mean, I didn't invent the square. I can't take credit for the shape of a square. But yeah, my wife and I make those. That's or at least we did. We haven't made any in a little while, but because I've got a bunch of stock over here. Yeah, we make those. Make them out of clay. Not as much a fan as the branding, personal taste, but it's unobtrusive enough. And I still like the overall look a lot. No, I get it. I usually don't like a lot of branding on things. I think this branding is totally fine. And I think it works on this pen because there are otherwise just like no details here, right? Mike did not invent the square. So, yeah. But I like it on this pen. I think it sort of gives it a little like just point of interest right there on the band. I'm kind of glad it's not on the black one. I think it would look fine, but I think it would also interrupt like that, just like that one uninterrupted reflection going across as you spin it around. I think that would be great. And I don't think this one would look good with the branding on it. I mean, it'd probably be okay, but it would be obscured by the threads that you can see through it. So I think he's done the right thing with each one, honestly. So, and if you make something that's, instantly recognizable, then you don't really need branding, and I think he's done a really good job with that. Design coherence and such. MyWife.gif. Do a stream of me making pen rests sometime? I mean, I guess I could. It's not as fun to watch as you might think. I don't know. There's a lot of squishing and kneading, and I've got a pasta roller that I flatten things out with. You see like me making some real hideous ones and go like, that's going to stay in my drawer and never be sold. So, time-lapse? Oh, well, that just wouldn't be a live stream. That would be some other kind of video. Yeah, maybe one of these days. Maybe one of these days. Ordered a Peak this morning. Very nice, Howard. Very cool. Yeah, there are a few left. I don't know how many he did in this run, but there are definitely some left. Last I looked. I kind of want to get in here. So this is they have orange bags for these. That's my P.O. box. Don't worry about it. It's okay if people see it. It's fine. Somebody always emails me and is like, hey, I think you showed your address. Sometimes that's really great because it's my house, and I've done that a couple of times. Like, I don't want to do that. But the P.O. box, everybody sees that. All right, let's get in here. Thank you, Calvin. I've got a few of these cards now from Calvin, and that doesn't get old. The CEO of this company is 8. It's my friend's son, Calvin. He runs these, and I think it's great. So, what's this? My order form. Are you fashionably late? Hack the planet. Yeah, probably. Yeah. So these were like $2.50 a piece, these little things. Which is a totally reasonable price, I think. 1, 2, 3 things. In your house, did you ever get stuffing for that mic face pillow? I never did. I completely forgot about that. I need to go and because I got it during the pandemic, and so I wasn't going to stores. But yeah, I need to go to like a Target and get like some pillows to fill that pillow with. Oh man, pillows to the pillow. But like, getting enough stuffing for that would be really a lot of stuffing. What am I doing? I'm not gonna be careful with this. I'm not gonna use these over again. Ta-da! So here's a cat. This one goes over this thing. Now it is a cat ghost. Adorable. These are all 3D printed to match the stuff. And I'm putting it on. What does this go on? Oh, this is for the octopus. The octopus actually almost already has a costume. Becky, you said you had to reorder octopus stuff. Did Una get a hold of it, or did you just lose them? Because they are losable for sure. So he's got a little 3-cornered pirate hat and a hook, which I dropped a couple of times there. There we go. It's already kind of a pirate. But now there can be a little pumpkin, and there's a little divot for the wave. How cute is that? The answer is very cute. You're surprised that the stream showed up? Maybe it's because you have nothing else to do? I mean, just lost them after taking them out of the house to a meetup. Oh, somebody procured them. They are really easy to lose, though. Like, they pop right off, and, you know. I think it'd be kind of cool if the center thing was hollow and you could, like, put the hook in there somehow. I guess it doesn't really fit. It's not deep enough. But I'd like some way to keep them together. I should probably just, like... Thanks, Claire. Take care. Have an awesome day. Let me get a little piece of washi tape. I think will fix this situation. Sorry, off-topic question. I seem to remember you had a Franklin-Christoph nib and an arrow. I've been trying to figure out if they're compatible or not, but can't find anywhere. Yeah, they are. You just can't use the nib unit because the nib units in arrows are fixed and they don't come out. So you just have to switch the... Oh, hey, my Amazon was delivered. That's what that was. You just have to switch the whole nib and feed. Or, sorry, just the nib, I think, is what you switch in those. Yeah. But you can totally switch them. Well, I really like the arrow nibs, so I don't switch them all that often, but I did get one that was an extra fine. It was an extremely fine extra fine. And so I'm just like, I can't use this. It's too fine for me. So I put a Franklin-Christoph nib on it. They offered to switch it out for me, but I don't. It's fine. It's an extra fine. It's doing what it should. So, you know. Have fun, don't die. Yeah, no, that's good. Don't do that. Think he has any plans to start putting Pocky on nib units? I don't know. I think that'd be a fun idea, though. And then here's the one for the dog. So here's the dog. This is my Scraggles one. Right here. Hey, Evan. How's it going? And bam! Dog ghost. So the cat ghost goes on the post here. This has cat ears. The dog ghost is the only one you can still use while it's a ghost. So we'll use this one today. Because the rest of them are, like, they cover up the hole that you would put the ink sample in. But, yeah, these are very fun. There's that one. And the cat. You're excited to get the dog ghost. The dog ghost is probably the best one because you can still use it. Also, like, with the way the outlines and stuff line up here, it really does look like there's a dog under a sheet. Like, it really does have the wrinkles and such that suggests a dog under a sheet. That's pretty cool. I like it. I like it. All right, I'll use this today. So that was my Peak pen. Those are my things here. Let me find... did y'all post a link to the Inka Pets? Let me see if I can grab one. Yeah, there we go. Should go for red plastic so the ghost dog could have scary looking eyes. Yeah, I mean if you had a red one underneath. I don't know what colors they make, but probably something like that. Hey, it's Anna. How you doing, Anna? Bonjour to you as well. Bonjour. Put that away. Alright, I'm gonna use this today. So, you know, go to Inka Pet. Get yourself something to put your ink samples in so you don't spill them, even if your very helpful cat tries to jump up and help you with your ink sampling. Because that happens. That happens. Where would I look for a Platinum 3776 nib and feed? Pick up the body off of Slack. Oh, I don't know. You can't buy those on their own. You might have to look on like an eBay or something. But yeah, they don't sell those on their own, unfortunately. Which is too bad because I think they could definitely, you know, sell some for sure. You sent your FC nib unit for tuning with the online pin show. Have any idea when we might get it back? Yeah, actually, since you asked, Audrey did tell me that she's going to have to do it and send it back to you next week because they've done hundreds and hundreds of pins this week, and you kind of sent it in at exactly the wrong time to get it back the next day or something. So you'll get it back next week. She'll do that next week. So there you go. I don't usually know things like that, but I did happen to know that because Audrey told me when she was on her way home. So I have to buy a whole pen and then dump the body on Slack. Yeah. That's a vicious cycle, right? Cast syncs are very helpful. Mine likes to give me emotional support while I'm doing homework by jumping on my laptop. Yep, that's what's up. Get a platinum Procyon and put that nib section. Does that fit, Greg? Oh, they're very different nibs. Oh, you can put the section on it. Interesting. I've never tried that. Well, she probably figured out it was yours because your name was on it. I would guess, Bruce. I didn't even see the new 3 Iroshizuku inks. They replaced the 3 old ones? I haven't, actually. Exact same threads. That's interesting. The Procyon seems bigger. That's interesting. I don't have those handy to test out, but I am interested. I hadn't seen the thing about them having new colors. Let me see if I can see if my Google skills can get there. Oh, really shaking my desk today. Let's see. Oh, Daryl posted them in Slack a day or so ago. They'll be. I won't be able to find them. Is my prediction. Yeah. I can close that. Look in the email. Yeah, do that. I have a blue 3776 in your section in your orange Procyon. You love it. That's interesting. Ordered your first FC pen on Tuesday. Went with medium nib to start with. Should be delivered today. Can't wait. Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, they. I mean, they ship as quickly as they can. They have. I mean, probably there were like 3 people working on nibs for the last week trying to get those done. So. Wonder why Ian doesn't sell Yova nib units separate. I don't know. You'd have to ask him. Maybe it's that he only has so many. You know. For sure, section is swappable. Yeah. Ink's been pretty quiet. It's only a short way up. Oh, really? Alright, I'll go look then. In ink, you say. And it was Daryl, you say. Oh, here we go. Okay. There we go. That worked out. We got Suigyoku, Hana Akata, and Hotaru B? Hotaru Bai? Maybe. No, I haven't yet. Evan. Revealing teaser photo posted on Instagram today. Well, I'll have to check that out. I haven't been on Instagram. I've been in meetings all day. It says, yeah, are these new to the line? I mean, the names are definitely new. This one looks kind of like Chiku Rin. This one could be like a Fuyugaki or one of the pinks, perhaps. And it looks a little bit like Kujaku. Which ones do they get rid of? Do we know? Pink looks likely to be illegible. I mean, who knows? Let's see. They get rid of... Oh, Tsukushi is going away. Tsukushi, that's too bad. That was a good one. I don't know. I don't know which ones they're getting rid of. I really haven't paid attention. I don't use a lot of Iroshizuku. It's fine, but it just doesn't really do it for me. Taro's Firefly, Hana's Flower. That's all you learn from 30 years of watching anime. Nice. Inoho is out, and 2 browns. Yeah, Tsukushi is out. That's Horsetail, which I really liked. That was the one Iroshizuku that I'm like, oh yeah, that one's really, really good. You can actually contact Bryce from Luxury Brands on the Platinum Nib unit. Oh, really? You think Luxury Brands has nib units they can sell? That's cool. That's cool. What inks do I use most? What inks do I use most? I don't know. Probably in general, I use like Sailor a lot. I've been using this one Tasha a whole lot. Y'all are probably sick of hearing it. But really, what I use a lot is whatever it is I've got in the review queue. I don't have a whole lot of pens that are inked up with things that are like my preference exactly. I'm like, we got to try this one out. So I'm a little atypical in that way because being a reviewer, I've got a lot of stuff going on. It's a brilliant ink. Currently inked in your Pelican 800. Yeah, it's cool. Contact him in January. He'd sell a nib. I just went with buying. Oh, that's cool. There you go. So, contact Bryce at Luxury Brands. Yeah. Neat. I'm glad that they can do that. Alrighty. So that Momoji's still there. It's the one you use most. Yeah, Momoji's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. I didn't sell the Pocket 6 in solid colors. I think he used to, or he has done it a few times, but I think they're just more interesting in splatters. He likes them that way. People like to buy them that way. You know. All right. So we were talking a little bit about the Franklin-Christoph online pin show, and I got a pin from that pin show. So if you're looking for a good water-resistant chocolatey brown, is Tsukushi good for that? I would guess not. I don't think Iroshizuku is particularly water-fast. Momoji is water-resistant? Oh, weird. Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to be. So, I don't know. I did. I got a Panther 40. That is accurate. Quit busting my thunder, buddy. So, I saw this one, and I kind of had to get it. There were a few on the list. I was like, oh, that's really good. So they had there was a cathedral. I want to say it was an O2 in some kind of cathedral and something else, some other color that I thought was really cool. There was a sky blue 25 that I think looks really nice, and it actually hasn't sold out. That one's still available. At least it was when last I looked. Let me see. Let's see what's still available here in the stock room. Really? There it is. All right, let's see. Oh, no, they're all gone. They took them down. Or at least most of them down. Weird that these are still up there. I'll click this one right quick because this is their the new model they developed or introduced at this online pin show, which is the Model 25 Pocket. The 25 has this interesting almost hooded nib, it's very deep set in there. This one had a copper cap and a black body. This pin is real small is the thing. So I wasn't real tempted by that one. Turquoise Crush. That one's probably not on here anymore either. I was kind of tempted by these. Not that one. This one I think is extra cool. I love this party band right in the middle of it. I don't have a 33. It's one of the very few models. There are very few models I don't have, and this is one of them. But it's got this party in the middle of it, which I thought was pretty cool. That one's sold out too. Yeah, it looks like it might have, all the ones I wanted might have sold out, which is cool. This one I was real tempted by. Diamond Cast Blue and Cinnamon. I think that was neat. So this is the one I actually got, which is the Panther 40. And it's in superhero colors. Two superheroes share the same color scheme, it turns out. When I saw this, I immediately thought of Captain Marvel because red, yellow, or red, gold, and blue are really her colors in this direction. And other people think Wonder Woman. And I think it was also the anniversary of Wonder Woman's first publishing or something this week. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, some people thought Wonder Woman. I'm not a DC person, so I thought Marvel. So, yep, that's the way it goes. Love that ink. Looks like they moved everything left in stock to the regular pin page. Oh, interesting. Let's see. Oh, it does look like that, doesn't it? All right. So, yes. Oh, the 20. They have the 20 in that too. This is the one I was talking about. In the sky blue. I think this looks like fun. It looks like taffy or something to me. If it looks like a food, I'm in. But it's got this weird posting thing where you stick the little cap underneath the clip. It's always been like that. I think that's pretty fun. I like it. I mean, I've got a bunch of 20s, so I don't necessarily need another 20. But I've only got one 55, and it was from a long time ago. Or 25, rather. So yeah, still good stuff left on the Franklin-Christoph page, interestingly. Oh yeah, this is that Maya and Blushing Blue. I thought this was called Cathedral, but I guess it's something else. Maya and Blushing Blue. I like that. I think it looks good. I was a little tempted. This one also. I don't usually care for these chunky things, but this gemstone acrylic looks very cool to me. I like it. So, Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel are both cool. Wonder Woman was the only DC hero you really like. Yeah. Ended up picking up a double broad Bach 8 instead of an FC. That's fine. That's pretty cool. It's got to be a gold Bach 8 of his double broad, right? Very good, and didn't get a Franklin-Christoph, but you got the SD. Very good. Nice. Hey, Artful Colorist, what's up? How's the clip? On what? On this one? Very good. No problems with the clip on this at all. It's a good clip. You know, it's a standard clip. Clear Pocket 66. Yeah, 66 is good. Superman 2. Does he do gold? I guess so. Wish people would comment on your ink and pens. I need an excuse to talk about fountain pens in real life. I've had a few of those, which is, you know, which is kind of cool. I do like it when somebody notices a pen. I've had students say, hey, what's that pen you're using? It like looks old-timey when you write on my paper with it. And I was like, oh, cool. Let's talk about pens. So, pretty neat. Cathedral was a 31. Oh, that's right. It was a 31. That Gemstone FC reminds you of the Joker. Yeah, all right. It's got some of the... It's got Joker-y colors. A lot of green and, like, maroon and purple in there. Yeah, I get it. Early Wonder Woman, I didn't really read DC very much. I don't know a whole lot about Wonder Woman, so I don't know. Wish Franklin-Christoph may slip-on clips. Oh, they just scratch the crap out of the material. You don't really want a slip-on clip. It's just... They're scratchy. Can you eyedropper it? Yeah, sure. Yeah, no reason you couldn't. I'm not going to because I don't like eyedroppering. But, yeah, you totally can. You just put a little bit of silicone grease right here. And a little silicone grease right here at the threads of the section on the inside. And then just screw it on and away you go. That's it. So, yeah, totally can. Hey, Dustin, welcome. You ever had any students in your class interested in pens? I have had a few, actually. Adjustable snake rings, serve goods roll stops. Yeah, I've seen people do that. One sec, they're mowing next door. Could call them mowing right now, people. There we go. Gold Yellow and Superman's S. Oh yeah, that's probably right. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I've never used any of those adjustable rings that like clip, you know, can contract on it. I've never used one, but you can get those on like Amazon and stuff, right? So I will say that like this is one that I've used recently that has a slip-on clip that actually comes with it. It's this little one, and it scratches up the cap. It scratches itself with its own accessory. Which I felt bad about because I mean this was a loaner, but it's also the pen's own piece. Scratches it up, so you know I'm kind of leery of these things now. The snake ones are a little bit better because they wrap around and they don't have like this got like little edges I think on the inside. This must have been what was scratching it because it was like maybe these inside edges on this thing. Or up here. I don't know exactly what was scratching it. Someone was scratching it, so I don't do it. I have a couple sterling silver slip-on clips from Andy B. Got them in Philly 2018. They haven't scratched an FC pin yet. Yeah, it's good. That's good. I'm glad. I'm just a little bit gun-shy about it. I don't really want to do it. Have an octopus ring on your IPO 45? That's fun. That's fun. Just like to have one eyedroppered pen. You can take them hiking without any fear of running out. Well, that's true. Never ran out even on. I never ran out even one cartridge. Just pure paranoia. Oh yeah. An example. Yeah. Maybe you can. Don't think the Kaweco clips scratch, but of course they only work with Kaweco. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was real surprised that this scratched up. I wasn't expecting that at all. But it did, and not just a little bit, like kind of a lot. So, you know. Womp womp. Yeah, so those are my two pens that I got. I'm very happy about those. Good. There's someone using sterling silver clip on an Ultim. No issues so far. Yeah, good. I only like clips in your mechanical pencils. Huh. I like to watch the ink slosh, but it takes so long to finish you get bored of the combo. Is an Ultim near indestructible? It's pretty near indestructible. I mean, I guess you could scratch it, but it'd be pretty hard. English is wobbly after 100 mils of gin. That could be literally any amount of gin. You could tell me that was a gallon, I would believe you. I don't know what 100 mils is. Oh wait, I have one of these. Is that mils? 100 mils is this much gin. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like 2 shots. 100 mils is essentially... It's tablespoons. I don't care about that. Get out of here with that. 3.5 ounces, about 2 shots. Take 0 care of yours and it's still looking mint. Yeah, I believe you. I believe you. 2 pins for not running out of ink. You're 45 long and Kaweco student. Both fit international long cartridges hold a stupid amount of ink. They are pretty long. Bach 8 sections are super fragile. Interesting. I mean, they're real thin, but I was... Will they crack, you think? Yeah, I know milliliters and cubic centimeters are the same thing, but also, like, I don't know what a cubic centimeter is like. That doesn't help. and grams, I don't know what that is either. Grams are weight. Get out of here with that. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. 100 milliliters is 100 grams? That's weird. Because, like, 100 milliliters isn't going to weigh 100 grams. Research snake ring on Amazon. Nice. Your shots are more generous than the French. I mean, a shot is like, what, an ounce, ounce and a half, give or take? Something like that? I don't know. Walls of the Bach 8 Ultim sections are super thin and crackable. Ink from is an issue when asked. Oh. I see. Interesting. 113 grams is 4 ounces. It's good to have a touch point. I just don't really have I don't have any metric touch points. It's not my jam. That's how yarn and fiber are packaged. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. But, cool. 1 fluid ounce doesn't equal 1 ounce weight, which is stupid. 100 milliliters does equal 100 grams of water or stuff is similar. Of water, sure, but like throw some mercury in there. It's going to be wildly different. Or, you know, yarn. Shots are 2 ounces? Alright. Solid. It's been a very long time since I was a bartender. Like, 20 years. So... Super lucky with your Bach 380 sections. Have an issue to modify both. Nice. Yeah. Don't crush them. You'll be all right. This is the more you know section of the stream. Yeah, totally. The more I don't know about metrics. That's how the metric system is defined. A G of water, a gram of water equals a milliliter equals... Weird. Huh. Yeah, anything would weigh more if it's not water. Yeah. Is ink sold by the ounce in the US? I mean, not really. You just sell it by the bottle, and then like people break down the cost in terms of things that they understand. So sometimes people break down the cost to buy bottles and be like, I don't know, I won't spend more than $30 for a bottle. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Tag me on Slack with that. I forgot about that thing. Where is it? Oh dang! Does it say only put it here? Oh, it's from Instagram on Tactile Turn. All right, not too bad. There we go. Oh no, that's not the wrong thing. How about this? There we go. Yeah. So that's looks like a teaser. We buzz the tower next week. Hashtag stealth. Hashtag tactile turn. Hashtag TT seasonal. So we got all black body, red button. It's gonna be a slider, a bolt action pen instead of the side click. That's interesting. That's interesting. So they must not be using. That means it's not powder coat. Or Cerakote, rather. It's going to be something else. Something else. Cool. Dig it. Reminds you of a roach ring? Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of got a red ring in the sense that a circle is sometimes a ring. Yeah. Just one of your vids about an hour ago. Brought your first fountain pen last night. Esterbrook Cobalt Blue Esty. Very nice. Been researching inks, papers, etc. What inks do I recommend? So many, Brandon. So many. FC's ounces too. I mean, they're all in ounces. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Even Colorverse is in ounces, right? Oh, this is in milliliters. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Milliliters and ounces, I can go back and forth on a little bit. I say I can't, but I kind of can. So, Bolt there looks Cerakote. Bolt might be. I don't know, but like it can't be. Like this, like the body is not going to be Cerakote, and that's why they didn't do it before, because the constant going like this and the bolt grinding against the inside would chip the Cerakote, and so that's why they used it on side clicks, which don't have anything like grinding on sides like that. So, what do I recommend? That's rough. I would not say Birmingham inks are a good first ink for sure. That's not going to be my first recommendation at all. I mean, yeah, don't go noodlers. You know, that sort of thing. I mean, I'd say, like, Sailor are great inks. You're not going to go wrong with a Sailor. You're not going to go wrong with... you're probably going to like some Colorverse. They're a little bit expensive is the only thing. Diamine, I think, is, like, the best as a line of inks. Yeah, first new ink is Diamine. I go for Diamine. They're great. You're not going to find any bad ones, really. Waterman and Pilot... but Waterman and Diamine certainly are great. Yeah, Diamine getting a lot of love. Monteverde as well. Monteverde is real easy to find and also very inexpensive. Yep, really good. Twisby with some Diamine ink, solid choice. So your first fountain pen was an Esty, you said? I think. Is that yeah. Esterbrook Cobalt Blue Esty. Very nice. Mont Blanc inks are good, but they're expensive. And they're... I don't know. I don't love Mont Blanc inks that much. Like, there aren't any that are in my, like, permanent rotation. I liked a lot of the special editions, but that's not where you want to start. Papier Plume if you want to go American. Oh, Patrick would get you for that. He's French. All the pigments are French. They are made here. That's true, for sure. Standard Mont Blanc inks are well priced. Aren't they? What does Standard Mont Blanc go for? I don't actually use any of those. Like, I don't have a single bottle of Mont Blanc. They're like $22, aren't they? Looks like Mont Blanc inks are about $20. Kind of expensive next to like an $8 bottle of Diamine, you know. 30 mils of Diamine is a great way to get into inks. Yeah, for sure. Robert Oster. Robert Oster's pretty good, although they can run kind of dry, so... 30 mils... That's why I want to go... And you can't get Papier Plume in France? Weird. Bottles larger than most, they aren't very expensive. It's true, yeah, the bottles are bigger. Bought Toffee Brown for $17 on Amazon. Yeah. See, the reason I recommend something like a Monteverde or a Diamine is just because, like, they're not, like, the most, like, super exciting in some cases, but they're also, like they're going to make your pen work just, like, very well. There aren't, like, these weird outlier inks, like, oh, you got that one, you screwed up. Like, there are some good Noodler's inks out there, but there are a bunch of, like, weird Noodler's inks out there. Like, Noodler's, you get that as your first ink, and you're like... Fountain pens suck, and you don't want that to be anybody's first experience with fountain pens, you know, is they get the ink, they don't get the right ink in the line. And to some extent, like, Robert Oster is a little bit like that. There are lots of really good Robert Oster inks, but there are also, like, some that are, like, just, like, run kind of dry. Like, the browns tend to be dry, and you need to be prepared for that. Unless you get mold in your Monteverde. I mean, that happened a while ago, and I haven't had mold in any of my, like, I don't know, dozens and dozens and dozens of them. So I think you'll be okay. What's my experience with Ackerman inks? I mean, the joke is that Ackerman's made by Diamine, so they're very good. But yeah, I don't have any problems with Ackerman inks. They're good. The bottle is very cool. Do I have the bottle over here anymore? No, it's not next to me. Have a few inks that are tricky. Yeah, it's true. The Registrars, Iron Gall, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's probably true. Cafe Crema is a RO that's drier than pants. Yeah, Cafe Crema is one of those that you gotta put it in the right pen. I have a bottle of it, and while I love the look, it is a little bit weird. Noodler's inks cost a fortune in Hungary. Well, don't pay that fortune. Horror ink. Anyone have any good fall winter ink suggestions? Yeah, go for it, everybody. Muted toned down colors. Look into Kala. They know how to do muted toned down stuff. I think accidental mold. Yeah, look, any ink can get moldy. Like, it's possible for anything. Except for probably Sailor, which is, like, mostly biocide. So, yeah. So it can happen. Try not to hold it too much against a particular thing. Let's swatch some inks here. Old Man Winter, it's in the name. Fuyu Saigon is great for winter. It totally looks like a mountain with snow-covered pine trees. Interesting. So this first one I actually already have in a pen, so I can just use that pen to write the card. Is it bad as you love how Sailor ink smell? You like that phenol smell? Alright, so these are all from my friend Kimberly. These are all surprises, except for this one and its partner. Diamond Pumpkin is the opposite of muted. Yeah, it's not muted, but it is great for this time of year. It's an awesome orange, pumpkin is. This is Sailor. X. Tintoras. Spicy Chipotle. Spicy Chipotle. You can see it's actually getting some of that green sheen already. Every time she opens the bottle, she gets transported back to work. Let's see. Oh yeah, if you are you in Pinot? Are you? I didn't look at who was who here. Yeah, if you're in Hungary, get yourself some Pannonia inks. I really like Pannonia. They make good stuff. Standard Lamy ink bottles are a good option. They're safe and come in great bottles. True. The casual Hungarian salary, it's even more expensive. Wait, Pannonia is more expensive in Hungary than it is here? Pannonia is not very expensive here, I don't think. Wheel some samples of the Tintoras Sailors. The mini meetup usually don't like warm browns. Chorizo is nice. Spicy Chipotle, you mean? Is there a chorizo one? There's not a chorizo one, right? Rust and pepperonis. What are you doing here? Ugh, made a mess. Yeah. So I'm going to incorporate some of that mess into the swatch. There we go. That'll work. Emil has so many great pen friends in Hungary. Drinking the ink, don't drink the ink. That was a joke on a podcast like a long time ago. Don't drink the ink. I've actually got a sample of Hellfire from David here, and he didn't like it, I think. Yeah, the not tortilla one, that's this one. That's Spicy Chipotle. Spicy Chipotle. Right here. Just letting dry a little bit. It is real nice. Put that in my Panther 40 here. So I've been enjoying it. See if I can find the other one just so we do them at the same time. Here we go. It separates. Oh, interesting. I haven't messed with that one yet, other than to maybe swatch it. So Tinteras, I'm not even sure if I'm saying that correctly, is a pen podcast that is done in Spanish, which is pretty cool. And they partnered up with Sailor and made a couple of inks. It's very unusual. It was like an exception made for them because Sailor doesn't really do that. Of course, as soon as I found out they had a Sailor ink, I approached Sailor and they're like, yeah, we don't really do it. So no Sailor special edition for Mike. This one called Homemade Tortillas. Oh, is it tortillas? Well, it's going to be now. Any experience with pirate Iroshizukus? Yeah, sure. We were just talking about those before you joined, I think. They're well regarded. I'm not the biggest fan because I just kind of like other inks better, but there's nothing wrong with them. They're totally fine. Here's a bit of info on the Panther 40 history and overall overview. Yeah, let me just finish writing this card. So the Panther 40 is a pen that Franklin-Christoph makes, obviously. And it's kind of an outgrowth of the Pocket 40, which was this little pocket pen that they used to make. It's been long retired. And I never liked it that much because it's just way too small for my hand. Like, I can't use a Pocket 40. It's too little. But they made this full-size version, and as you can see, the Panther 40 has a long cap relative to its body size. You can see the cap is almost as long as the body. It has a slight taper back here, not as drastic as the Model 2, but it does allow you to post it very deeply, so that when you post the cap, you can write with it this way with no problem at all. As far as history goes, I actually have one of the very first prototypes of the 40. And it has triple bands, which they don't do anymore because it's way too big a pain in the butt. But I got that way before Audrey started working there. My wife, of course, for those of you who aren't not aware, my wife Audrey does the nibs at Franklin-Christoph. She is their nibist. Why is it called Panther? I actually don't know. I wish I did. I never asked. I just thought it was because Panthers are dope, and this is a great pen. I don't know. I actually don't know why it's called the Panther. 100% honest. Don't know. Never asked. Yeah. Oh, some of this here. I wonder if it's because the original 40 had the P already, and so he just wanted to keep that. This is an older model of the pen. Like the Panther's been around for quite a while. It's not exactly new. There's actually a Black Panther edition. I mean, you know, Franklin-Christoph does black pens as that's their go-to. The IPO versions of these pens are usually black and white if they're gonna have two colors. The Panther is one of the few pens that Franklin-Christoph does that has a band in it. So also, by the way, hey Franklin. Wait, did I see Franklin? Could have sworn I did. Maybe I didn't. And it has this band in here, and you can actually see how it's fitted in with these other colors. And that does make it more expensive because there's a lot more work involved in putting these materials all together. But they usually have this right here. So, is Nibist the technical term? Well, not Nibmeister. Audrey doesn't like Nibmeister. That's also a masculine term. It'd be Nibmistress, and she super hates that one. But no, she's a nib grinder. She's a nib specialist. I call her the Nib Doctor. Actually, that's her Instagram. You can find her as the Nib Doctor. But yeah, it's the Panther 40. I've got 3 or 4 of these, and I love this body style. I think it's great. Phantom Franklin searching for his cappuccino. That's probably right. Doctor of Nibologies, Nibbler. I suggested Nibbler. She didn't like that either. All right, so here are the two Spanish-themed Sailor inks. You can get these from Tinteras, not actually sure exactly what their website is. You have to just Google it. Tinteros, Spicy Chipotle, or homemade tortillas. They can sell them to you there. Nibsmith? No, that's already taken. There's a dude who goes by that. Otherwise, probably. But you can see here there's a little bit of green sheen. Right here where it was heaviest. And then tortillas, I really like. I think I like tortilla better. But I like, yeah, the Tinteros podcast website. I just don't know what it is, Anna. But I really like this tortilla color. I like a weird color, and this one's real good. Nibmation? Yeah, it probably would be Nibmation, wouldn't it? I don't think she's. I don't think she'd want to pronounce that all the time. I didn't know if that's one person. Yeah, it is. I thought it's another word for Nibmeister. Well, so like Nibsmith, it would be, but Nibsmith is taken by Dan Smith, who is a nib grinder. His last name is Smith, so his website is Nibsmith. So, of course, Nib Grinder is also taken. Nibgrinder.com is my buddy Mark Backus, who is one of the best nibists around. I like nibist. I think it's fun, but not everybody likes that. Crap set of ink samples all over the desk. Yeah, you know what that's like, ink guy. You know what that's about as an ink guy. All right. And the rest of these are Leonardo inks. Kimberly took a look at my FPC.ink, and here's one good nib manipulator. Yeah, maybe. It's a little bit clumsy to say out loud. And she saw that I didn't have any of the Leonardo inks. I actually have one Leonardo ink. I don't know if I just haven't cataloged it or if she missed it. Totally possible, because I have like 1,000 inks. But this is their blue. This is what their bottles look like. Leonardo Officina Italiana blue, high quality ink. Qualita fina, 40 mils, a little over an ounce. So there you go. Which Kimberly helped you get? Oh, wait, what? Unsurprisingly, like the Leonardo purple. Yeah, unsurprisingly. I guess she must have bottles of all these. I don't know. Yeah, Nib Grinder's Bacchus. Did I not say Mark Bacchus? Could have sworn I did. Maybe I didn't. Tinteros inks are sold out on their site. Well, you can't get these. Time for you to run. Happy pizza night. Take care, Laura. Take care. I mean, it's good for... glad Carol wrote it down. People can, like, Google him. But he's one of the finest nibists around. He's in my top 3. Maybe the top 1 for people that are accepting nibs right now. Here it is. You dry? Good. Leonardo Sepia Classico. How about Nib Shaper? I don't know. I think that works. Most people go with Nib Grinder, but I don't know. Also, Nib Meister is like Nib Master, and it sounds kind of, I don't know. It sounds kind of weird, like it's an office you ought to be appointed to, you know, or like a thing a certain sort of excellence you have attained via study and testing or something, and most people are like, I'm a Nibmeister, have like started grinding nibs, you know? Did I put 2021 on both of those? I did, good. I almost wrote 2019 here because it still feels like it probably ought to be 2019. It's just easier to get for me. Oh, yeah. So many Bacchus and Gina ground nibs. Love them all. I've only got like 2 from Gina. I don't have that many. Nib Crafter, Crafter of Nibs. I like that. Nib Wizard. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Nib Technician. Yeah, Audrey goes with Nib Technician or Nib Specialist a lot of times. Like Leonardo Mediterranean Blue. I need to get a bottle filled from the bottle Jonathan Brooks table. I love the ink. Nice. Sharing news yesterday for Redditors, Anima Meister. Yeah, you get that a lot, especially on Reddit. So, you don't have any Bacchus nibs? We'll get you some Bacchus nibs next time you need something ground. He's actually accepting nibs, last I heard. Unlike, like Gina, is Gina taking nibs yet? I can't really put Audrey on the list because she can't grind publicly. She is attached to Franklin-Christoph and really only does nibs for them. I'm sure it'll happen. There's no hurry, hopefully. Nib assist? I like nib assist. That's pretty good. It's just an echo of European crafts and artisan terminology. You're a master of craft. Yeah, right. But you don't just get to be a master of craft by, like, declaring yourself a master of the craft, right? Like, it seems like there ought to be some kind of qualifications, you know? Some kind of, I don't know, other people have called you that. Like, I don't want to call myself a philosopher, even though I'm a professor of philosophy, because it feels like somebody else ought to call me first. Like, they ought to determine that I'm a philosopher. It seems weird to call myself that. So, I like that. Sepia Classico actually is just a hair darker than homemade tortilla. There's, of course, a little cat hair in here. I don't know, it's just it's actually not a cat hair. I thought it was, but it's actually just like a little bit in the paper. All right. Yeah, it's like giving yourself a nickname, right? Like, probably can't do that. Guild will declare you master of the craft. It's just we don't have a guild. Yeah, right. So, there's no guild. Declaring yourself the master of a craft is kind of, I don't know, it seems pretentious. Like you're putting on airs in some way, I think. I don't know. I'm not one, so I'm not going to, like, calling myself a philosopher. Like, I'm not going to do it. Somebody else wants to call themselves a philosopher, I'm not going to jump on. I'm not going to, like, correct them or something, but, you know, I just wouldn't feel comfortable doing it. Leonardo, Deep Purple, Unique. Deep Purple, Unique? Not, maybe it's got to be Unique Deep Purple? I don't know. Have you come up with a philosophy of your own? I'm not really sure what that would mean. If I'm real honest about it. Like, there might be people in the future. You're officially calling me a philosopher? That's kind, but I'm also, like, not 100% sure you're qualified to call me a philosopher. You're a philosopher and I'll name them all? There's so many philosophers. We decided to call this Deep Purple Unique? That's what it says here. Like, I kind of wonder if even during their own time, like the big Western philosophers, like your John Stuart Mills and your Immanuel Kants and those kinds of folks, like if people referred to Kantianism to Kant, or if it was just like he called it deontology, and so probably people called it deontology, and now we've gotten lazy and we call it Kantianism, even though most deontologists aren't necessarily Kantians. A little bit of inside philosophy baseball for you. I'm a writer. Look at my moleskin sitting empty next to my coffee. What did I write? Nothing yet, but any day now. Do you have a stone that turns lead colored? No, I'm not that kind of philosophy, unfortunately. I'm not that kind of philosopher. Lead colored ink into golden burl. I don't know if I'd even want to. I love a lead colored ink. Oh, you give me a lead colored ink, I'm a happy, happy boy. In fact, during my Twitch stream, I was playing with this new set of jelly rolls, which are these guys, these Sakura jelly roll gel pens. And some of these are a little bit lead color. Like this one right here, that's definitely a lead color. Maybe even this one. Some of these are super good on dark paper. Other ones, not so much. There you go. Off topic. That's all right. We ended up getting a Spyderco PM2, and you really like it. Thanks for the rec. Hey, you're welcome, Dustin. Glad you like it. I love the PM2. It is a great knife. Somebody in one of my Twitch streams requested that I do like a knife Twitch stream. That might be a fun thing to do. I don't know if anybody would tune in or not, but Might be kind of fun to do. I'm not going to be, you know, chopping wood with it or anything, but I could show some of my collection. Not that I have anything super amazing, but like whatever. Reverse Philosopher turns gold into lead. Well, the Philosopher's Stone was supposed to do that stuff, right? I don't know if philosophers do that. Philosophy, like natural philosophy, is just like what they used to call science. Now we call it science. So, you want to know how many people call themselves artists? Yeah, right. Like, Carol, do you call yourself an artist? Like, how do you feel about calling yourself, I'm an artist, like a capital A? Does it seem like a... Like, do you feel comfortable doing that? I know there's been a lot of talk on Make Do about that very same thing. Where, like, they both do art, but neither of them really, like, feel super comfortable calling themselves, I'm an artist. Hey, your FC pen just got delivered and Audrey signed the card? I bet she did. She signed it with this color, too. Bam! Colorverse Stars and Stripes. Oh, you probably won't see any glitter, because when we filled this, she didn't know it was a shimmering ink, and she didn't really want shimmer, so she didn't shake it up, so it's just the blue. Maybe a little sheen, maybe. But, yep. Colorverse Stars and Stripes. That's what that is. Brother. Hey, what's up? Pens and ink? Subscribed? Nice. Yeah, that's what we do here, man. That's what we do here. Doesn't studying and implementing your studies into your life make you a philosopher kind of by default, and the name philosopher doesn't matter with the actions? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, you get it. I sent you an email. That's good. Budapest Pen Meet. Oh, that's cool. I agree. It's a good episode of Make Do about imposter syndrome, not wanting to use artists even though they totally are artists. Yeah, they talk about that quite a lot. The history of the person who sought the actual Philosopher's Stone, Nicholas Flamel, is all over a part of Paris. The history of it is all over a part of Paris. Love the stream already. Keep it up. I'm gonna. Big Bad Jagras. Are you a Monster Hunter player? He and his wife H. Yeah. Published Children's Illustrated. Drew for World Book and Cricket. Awesome. Also, I've seen your art, and it is great. You keep posting it on Facebook. I'm like, that is good art. Oh, this is Leonardo Blue. I already have this one. I shouldn't have taken the stuff off of this. This will probably go in the Fountain Pen Day giveaway. There will be giveaways for Fountain Pen Day. I have lots of stuff I've been hoarding. 2A. Oh, according to Merriam-Webster. Well, Merriam-Webster is the what do you call it? The authority. One, a person who seeks wisdom or enlightenment, a scholar, a thinker, a student of philosophy. Yeah, but not everybody who seeks wisdom or enlightenment is going to be a philosopher. That's I don't know. You draw every damn day. You know, I believe you. You play nice. A person whose philosophical perspective makes meeting trouble with equanimity easier. An expounder of a theory of a particular area of experience. I mean, that's probably it, but all those are too broad, I think. He and his wife have perpendicular streets. Oh, that's fun. Huh. I'm allowed to ask about other content creators, and you know, oh, yeah, totally, it's fine. Any of you know what is that beautiful orange dip pen or fountain pen that Penultimate Dave... I have no idea. I can only kind of tell you what mine are, because I got a link. Actually, let me get that link. Where's my link? I feel like I put it here, so I'd be able to find it when I needed it, because I can never remember what this darn thing is called. Looking around my screens. I have too many screens. And not enough screens. Well, now I'm just going to have to go and find it. Because I can't find my link. Yep. This right here. This is the one I'm using. And click that link. It is the Matsubakuri Red Pomegranate. This is a fine one, I believe. Fine? Pretty sure this is a fine. Maybe it's a medium. But yeah, Matsubakuri red pomegranate. And it is a very nice glass pen. You see all the like little fibers in the glass and all that sort of thing. Very nice. Pomegranate something? You are right. Nick Flamel is really interesting. You screen, off screen for ice cream? That's right. That's what we do. Philosopher is someone who practices philosophy. Yeah, what does it mean to practice philosophy, though? For me, it's a set of skills. It's like a set of analytical skills for like understanding the world and the concepts and things around us. And to that extent, yes, I am one of those. This one I'm going to have to keep out because I can't spell this. This is pretty. Taurasi red wine. What does Taurasi mean? Does it mean red wine? So it's got to be Italian because these are Leonardo. Brains need to categorize, so we label philosopher, artist, nib specialist. Yeah, sure. I mean, if anybody asks, I would just say I teach philosophy, or I'm a philosophy teacher, or maybe just I'm a professor. All those things are accurate, and I feel pretty confident in those things. Pretty confident I teach philosophy at least every once in a while to somebody. Pretty confident in some of those others. From Kimberly. Yeah, this is looking good already. I love this maroon. Or burgundy, maybe? Absolutely no understanding of the world and what goes on. I'm not sure I do either. When is Fountain Pen Day? It's the first Thursday of November, I want to say. First Friday of November? Something like that. I'm pretty sure it's like November 3rd. In fact, I'm almost certain that it is. I have to look it up. If I profess it, isn't it kind of practice? Probably. Doesn't the brand have glass pens filled with liquid that makes crystals when it's cold? Storm glass? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I haven't read Harry Potter. I do live in Paris. Yeah. Urban Legend, he's found the Philosopher's Stone. That's pretty good. First Friday. Yeah, first Friday. Which means it'll be on the stream. We'll be having it on stream. Oh, I put that away before I swatched it. Good job, Mike. I was so enjoying looking at this that I was like, we don't even need to swatch this. First years are crazy. That's true. So much fountain pen content, you don't have enough time to check everything on time. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't feel like you need to keep up with the very latest thing. That's not important. Is this the wrong one? That's the wrong one. No! No, my card. My precious card. November 5th. Nice. The 3rd, coincidentally, is my wedding anniversary. That's blue. What do I do with it? Here's red wine. No! Oh, it's befouled. Stormglass pens are available on Shigura, and I'm tempted, but man, I don't need one for sure. Stormglass. So we have some. I actually have a Stormglass in the other room. It's one of those like, those fun. I don't know, not superstitions exactly, but like bits of false tech. It's like it'll do this if it's humid and it's gonna rain. It'll do this if it's cold today. It'll do this and like predicts the weather, which is kind of fun. But there we go. There we go. This will be an interesting card. It'll just have an oops on it. It's totally fine. What are you doing for our anniversary? Probably not much. Remember the 5th of November. That's right. I think I kind of know what I want. B, triple broad nibs, gusher, something colors mostly, especially greens and reds and some dull burgundy like oxblood and such. Yeah, that's good. Gonna be free on the 5th for all the stupid stuff? Good. Whole gunpowder plot. I don't... Well, that's a whole different thing. Oh, that was Paris, right? Look at that. Both colors, real pretty. I'm gonna write an oops. There we go. I'm very professional. I demand absolute perfection in all the things I do. It's totally fine. I actually have 2 glass pens over here. And this is the one that I usually use for these kind of swatches. But I also have this one, which is very comfortable to hold. This is a Chemi's Labo. Actually has like an engraving in it. Handmade glass pens, Chemi's Labo. All these are from Japan. And it's a very comfortable pen to hold, but the tip is so broad, even though it just says it's a medium, that it's not really good for long names. Like, I would never fit this whole name on here all at once. So, Guy Fawkes is where the phrase "you guys" come from? Really? That is fascinating. Do you think it's true? Is that true? I don't know. That seems weird. 6th of November because your birthday. Happy birthday, upcoming, Ben. Well, the 5th is Bombfire Night, Guy Fawkes Night here in the UK. Bombfire? Or is it Bonfire? Yeah, this is a really interesting ink color, and I really like it. I actually really like both of those. From using the one Leonardo ink that I've used before, this blue, Leonardo, it's very wet, and I kind of assume these are going to be too. So keep that in mind when you put it in a pen. I put it in... I put it in 2 pens, which I can't put my hands on. I have them in a very safe place and together because... Aha, here we go. They're in Groot's head. I have it in this pen and also this pen. And I had to change the whole nib on this one because it was just... I had a broad nib on here and it was way too wet, so I had to go back to the TWSBI stub nib, which is much drier than the usual ones. But this Leonardo blue, very pretty blue, also quite wet. Not uncontrollable, just be aware. Guys didn't exist other than someone's name. It got adopted after the attempted terrorist attack in the parliament. Huh. Then how did it get... Were they just all male? That seems strange, because now it's a... Now guys is usually kind of like a... It's got a male connotation. Although people use it in sort of a neutral way. To just refer to a bunch of people. Interesting. Bonfire, yeah. Now you're expected to burn everything in sight. Oof. I ain't got time for that. Who's got time to burn everything in sight? That's so many things. I can see so many things. Oh, number 6? Number 6 is pretty much standard? Huh. Not masculine. Interesting. That's cool. I am clearly not off of my French history. Email me a photo of something? Sure. I may not get to it right now, but... What is this? Leonardo Rosso Passione. Passione. Rosso Passione. Passionate Rose. Or something. I don't speak Italian. Beautiful. These are great. These are real good. Put that there. Hey, you guys. Yeah, gotta love Goonies. A sloth attempted to blow up the parliament. Oh, that's... I don't remember that part of Goonies. I remember there was a pirate ship. Oh, this color is awesome. Wow. All right, Leonardo. I see what you're up to. It's a common French name, Guy. Can you mean guy in English, just like the name John is used for John. John is used for John. Oh, like a toilet? A turlet? Interesting. So the etymology dictionary. Fellow. Grotesquely or poorly dressed person. Originally, effigy of Guy Fawkes, leader of gunpowder plot to blow up British king in Parliament. Effigies were paraded through the streets by children on the anniversary of the conspiracy. Male proper name is from French, translated to Italian Guido. Fawkes' real name was Italian. Oh, interesting. Wow. Huh. Huh. Neat. The more you know. Speaking of the more you know part of the live stream, that's this. Man, look at that red. That's a good red. A real good red. Next up, Leonardo Smeraldo Stone. Liking the Passion? I am too. Let me back this up a little bit. We can see the ones I've done so far. And here are the Tintoras. The Tintorases. Oh, I should put this over here. There we go. Almost be a red replacement for red chalk. I don't know. Red chalk is such a specific ink. It's like it dries so matte that this isn't like it doesn't have that same kind of. It's not like red chalk really, although like the almost is doing a lot of work there, Greg. But it is good looking. The red chalk was very specific. Solid autumnal palette. It really is, isn't it? What was this one called? Oh, I'm gonna have to hold this one out too. Leonardo. This probably know how to spell. Smeraldo Stone. I think Smeraldo is just green, right? Red chalk, yeah, that was a Mont Blanc exclusive, limited edition. It was Leonardo's red chalk. It was a super cool ink, and I really wish it was still something you could find. There aren't too many things that look like it. There is a Montverde one that looks kind of like it. It's Terra Firma, I believe. Or was that the name of the Franklin-Christoph that also looked a little bit like it? I forget. What was it called? No, something Canyon. Wasn't it Canyon something? Da Vinci. Yeah, you're right. Da Vinci, of course. Yeah. Da Vinci's red chalk. There was a Leonardo one, right? Or am I just making that up? This is a solid turquoise. Maybe not quite as impressive as the others, just because there's a lot of turquoise out there. I forgot to write my little bits. Oops, should probably hold it down. There we go. Oh, Blanc, that's what the photo. Oh, I see. I haven't checked, obviously. I'd be cool with them remaking that one. That one's impossible to find. It's not even really on the market, right? Like, I haven't been in the market for limited editions for a while, but. We got it? I did. Mont Blanc Notebook. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that looks cool. It looks nice. Nicely done. I don't have a good way to show it on stream. That wouldn't require me dragging it into Windows and opening files and stuff, but it looks really nice. FC Terra Firma. Yeah, FC is Terra Firma. And what's the Montverde? There's a Montverde that looks a lot like that too. That like so like you had Leonardo's red chalk, which was everybody loves, and then you have Terra Firma, which is like kinda like red chalk, but like not a perfect replacement. And then you have a Montverde, which is kinda like Terra Firma, but like doesn't quite replace it either. So it's done at the Mont Blanc flagship. Oh, that's pretty cool. This is actually very good. It's a good turquoise. Not turquoise, teal. Good teal. I like it. Only a few left. This one's gonna be turquoise. Canyon Rust. That's right. Good. Good job, Taylor. So I've got too many inks in my mind right now to come up with specific things like that. So yeah, you have this like this trio of inks that are like each getting a little further from Leonardo red chalk. You got red chalk, and then you got the Franklin-Christoph, and then you got the Montverde. But so like the Montverde is the one you can get now. It is quite good. Not quite as good as not quite the same as Leonardo's red chalk, but still quite good. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Just wasn't paying attention. It's my only quibble about this pen is that it has this like roll stopper up at the front. It's got flat sides, but that also is exactly the right size to touch all the sides of this thing. And so I always get ink on myself, or get ink on the pen. I'm gonna be careful not to get it on me. This one is called. I had to move the sprinkler. What's that blue? This one is Leonardo Turquoise Hawaii. Hawaiian turquoise, I guess? Turchese. Hawaii. A little comment in there. Or apostrophe. Von Kimperley. You can probably see I keep rotating the pen as I go. And that's because as the ink flows down these little channels, it can get a little bit like it kind of runs out of ink in one particular place from writing or from just doing this scribble here. You can see it gets lighter, and then you just like turn it a little bit, and you're good to go. 0032, huh? Bit too close to midnight for you here. Nice listening while journaling. Good. I'm glad this has been a... Nope. We're going to go ahead and do the swatch before we recap this and put it in a bag and put it aside. We're talking about sort of a weird undersaturated red-brown. Yeah, but then it had like this like awesome matte finish to it. It was a singular ink, I tell you what. Singular. That's one that I'm pretty sure I only have one bottle of that one, and I wish I had more. I'm pretty sure I have a bottle of it. I hope I do. I definitely have multiple bottles of a couple of those Mont Blancs. Like the 90-year permanent gray was amazing, and there are a few others that I really, really liked. And so I ended up getting multiple bottles. But that was before they doubled the size of the bottle and then doubled the price, which made them expensive. Wow. There we go. There's the turquoise. This is fine. I end up liking this teal more than I like this turquoise, I think. But both are fine. 3 more. Then we're out of here because I gotta do some pizza. Hungry. Hungry. Leonardo Verde Foresta Green. It probably just says green on the bottle. Like a lot of these will just have a very simple name on the bottle, and then it'll have some other name on the box or some such, but it won't be on the bottle. And since I don't have a box for mine, I don't actually know what the rest of the blue was. Just some blue. $30 milliliters for like $50. No, I don't know. The original LEs, I forget what the size was. I think It was... Because they're like $50 here now. But I think they're 50 mils. I think they're 25 or 30, maybe they're 60 mils. Anyway, they used to be like 20 bucks in the US. I can't speak to any other locales. They used to be 25 and they doubled it to 50, so... So, you know. Here we go. They were 30. Have a bottle of Lucky Orange is 30 and was 25. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, so they're 60 now and like double the price. I want to say the first one they did that with was the UNICEF one, which like part of the money went to charity, which is cool, but then they just never stopped doing that price increase and bottle size increase, which was not as cool. Send you a line of pizza-themed inks in your honor. That would be amazing. If there are any ink makers out there who want to do pizza-themed things in my honor, I would indeed be honored. I will take a small cut of the proceeds. 20% ought to suffice. Let's see. Burnt mozzarella brown. That's an interesting one to be brown. A slice of the profits. Oh, you're right. That was 100% a missed opportunity. Good catch, Ruth. I appreciate it. Good catch. The little square bottles rather than the yeah, the little square bottles were good. 50 mils and 30 mils. Huh. So Lucky Orange wasn't technically a limited edition. At least not in the same way that like, you know, Da Vinci and those were. The Lucky Orange, the pink, and there was one other that were like a separate kind of edition. And those bottles were different from the rest, I think. But, I don't know. Yeah, gin to drink? Get out of here, Emil. Show that gin who's boss. Responsibly. Alright. Leonardo Verde Foresta Green. This is a very nice, springy kind of green. I like it. I like it. Here it is. It's good green. Good green. Two more. We got an orange and a brown. We'll end with the orange. I didn't even know they made an orange. Leonardo inks aren't real common over here. I'm not even really sure where to tell you to get them. Ink has to be in the Diamine 150th anniversary wedge-shaped bottles. Absolutely. Maybe I should get with Diamine. I wonder if they would. I wonder what their minimums are like. It would be a fantastically expensive set, I'm sure. Fantastically. All right, Leonardo. I know how to spell. That's a word I am familiar with. Noce, N-O-C-E. Moscata. M-O-S-C-A-T-A. Brown. Noce Moscata. I don't know what that means. Califolio? Yeah, they do. Califolio inks, man. I just do not like them. I've got 2 or 3, and I don't think any of them are any good. I actually picked one of them up just because Mike on the Pen Addict, M-Y-K-E, kept talking about the Califolio Andronopal and how it was like this amazing pink color, and he loves it, and it's the best ink ever. It's the only one he'll ever use. And then I got it, and that writes like pants, let me tell you what. Pants. This is the driest ink. Almost as dry as what were those Japanese ones, like Nurabiro and those that were just unusably dry. For me. But yeah. Moscato is nutmeg. Oh, nice. That makes sense. So, Noce Moscato is something nutmeg. You love Angenople? Ugh. How does this? Doesn't smell like anything. It has no scent really at all. It's kind of impressive. You love Angenople. Well, well, Sandra, I might have a bottle of ink for you next time I see you. Because I hate it. I closed this and didn't do the swatch yet. I'm not sure I even ever reviewed it. Maybe I should try reviewing it. Maybe I'll put it in some pen that I know is like too wet to use and see if it'll work in there. I don't know. You can work with dry inks. I hate dry inks. I just don't have any patience for that. I've got some pens that would really benefit from them, and so I use them in those pens, like this Zizo, which is kind of new to me. I got this in DC, but it's got a very nice medium nib, but it's also very wet, and probably it would work okay in there. But just about the Swatch Diamond 150th Anniversary Blood Orange. That's a good one. Califolio Equinox. I mean, in general, Califolio is going to be very dry. Do they even still make Califolios? I haven't checked on them in a long time. Ooh. That could have been bad. Dropping glass on glass. I got them. I know you could get them at Jet Pens, but I haven't seen them. I haven't looked for them in a long time because I just don't like them. I'd be cool with this smelling like nutmeg, though. This is a really interesting color. Let's see what this ends up being when it dries, because this is very red, but then if you look at the corners and the text, it's very brown. About the pouch of Angenople at Anna Reinert's suggestion. Anna suggested it too? Oh. Noce Moscato just equals nutmeg. Oh. Interesting. Send me the dry inks. You love them? Ugh. And you use those ultra UEF nibs too? Can you even use a dry ink with a UEF nib? Like, wouldn't it just do nothing? Califolio is still made? Well, don't tell them about this stream, because they won't like what I had to say about it. Look at this orange. Look at that. You. This. You know. A-R-A-N-C-I-O. Orancio Toroko. T-A-R-O-C-C-O. Interesting. This just thing is a pen too wet. Well... I don't think that's true. You like those really dry and unsaturated inks too, though, don't you, Anna? Yeah, those are up your alley. Super unsaturated stuff, multi-shaders. I'm gonna like this one. Send it to me if you find them too wet. Well, it just means I gotta put those inks I don't like in them. Which ends up being a weird situation, right? Like, if I combine a pen and an ink that I don't like, I end up with something I do like, right? Yes, sir, can do. Was that a Letterkenny reference? I don't know which one. It probably was. I do make some Letterkenny references, that's for sure. Probably don't even notice them. Oh, this orange looks amazing. Look at that little spot of sunshine. You're so frustrated with dry Robert Oster today? Oh, that sucks. Pour him straight on the page, though. Oh, the you! That's what Scotty Wallace would say. He'd say, you! That was Letterkenny then, yes. Ben says he can't work with dry inks. I understand. Let's see. That orange pops. This orange slaps, as the kids would say. Look at that. Yowza! Thank you so much, Kimberly. She's not watching this. She probably never will, but... You! That is good. There are some real bangers in this collection. Let's just, like... First of all, Inka Pet. Scraggles the dog is now a ghost. Super cute. That is an amazing orange. So good. God, I gotta stop doing that. I have to pad my desk or something so I can quit dropping my glass pen. It hasn't broken though yet, which is pretty good. Dry inks plus UEF equals yes, sir. Wow. I am surprised. I can't use the UEF because the only time I really tried one, it like wanted to cut the paper instead of write. I did not like that. All right, so we got the orange. We got the passionate rose here. Arancio Taroko is blood orange. Thank you. She's been driving. Where's she going? Oh, we're telling her on Discord that she's appreciated. Well, that's very kind of you. Thanks. You know, red wine. The Moscato, the nutmeg. Sepia Classico. Tintaras. The other. Tintarius. No, it's Tintarius. Tintarius, it's got to be, right? I don't speak Spanish really either. I can do food and curse, and that's about it. There we go. Today's work. And if I had done the blue, it would be right there. That is pretty good. Yeah, look at these. That purple is very good. It's good purple. One of these days I may have to discontinue my hate of purple. That is a good purple. Very grapey. That looks like it tastes like artificial grape. So, yeah, this one is a standout. This green is pretty good, but I've got some other greens in that realm. These both are very good. Kimberly's a friend to keep. Yeah, she certainly is. Which one's my favorite? Oh man, that orange is so good. Orange is probably a contender. This one is really amazing. This red wine has darkened into something that I really like. This is like black cherry. I've been using Private Reserve Black Cherry in this one pen. Well, actually in two pens, but it's been in this one for a long time, and it's got that same kind of character, which is interesting. And both are very wet, so curb your enthusiasm. I don't know. Tintaris. I've never heard that word before. I don't know what that is. Orange is best in your opinion from that batch. The orange is pretty man. Tintarius. That makes sense. Tintarius. Thanks. Appreciate you. Thanks, Anna. Anna's also a good friend to have. It's been too long since I've seen you, Anna. One of these days I'll have to come back to this side of the world. Or I'll have to go to France, but I don't know if I got time for that. Yeah, this is a good set. This orange slaps. I'm going to have to put that in something. Maybe that has to go in this right now. Should I ink it up right now? Which one should I put something more like this? No. It's going to have to go... Oh, yeah, it probably was a Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah, it probably was. Yeah. I don't know. It might have to go in there just because I'm very excited about this right now. Yeah, it's going in there. We're going to find that. I'm going to find that orange. I'm going to put it in there. I like the orange even more dried. It's good. We'll have to see if it's better than things like that I typically use for oranges. Like the Diamine has my favorite oranges most of the time. Both regular old Diamine orange and Diamine pumpkin. Actually, let's put it in this one. There we go, because it's got a pumpkin on it. There's the orange. Haven't traveled at all since 2019. Pfft, me either. Well, I guess that's not true. I went to a pen show. I went to 2 pen shows, technically. But that's it. I drive for the No, I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that. So the thing about these is they take a long time to unscrew, which is great if you're eyedroppering it. But if you're just like very impatient to get that ink in there. I'm going to go ahead and just ink up the converter. One thing about this Ultim, or this Peak rather, and Ultim, is you probably can't really stain it, which is nice. He stuck one of these whole sections, just left it in some Bay State Blue and just washed it off with alcohol. Alcohol undoes a lot of sins when it comes to ink. All right. Miss shows so much you bought 2 expensive pens in an antique market last weekend. This is desperate. Well, I get it. Not got that. There we go. The only travel I have really ahead of me is that we're going to LA for a couple of days. Kimberly! There's Kimberly Lau. Everybody give a little bit of, give some W's in the chat for Kimberly Lau, who sent all these things out. Thank you very much. We've had a good time with these inks today. Decided to put this orange. Oh, I gotta write it down. I'm gonna forget. Ink journal time. Thanks for the inks. Uh-oh. Getting down my last few pages. Ooh, it's getting tight. You want that orange? Yeah, you do, Tina. Isn't it? It's right here. Shazam. I was like, I got this empty pen. Uh-oh. I didn't put it in the ink, so it's not all primed. Drove to LA, so you didn't pop in earlier. That's fair. We all benefited from the inks, that's true. Yeah, that ought to do it. This is the show design. Peak. Going after Kimberly for Franklin-Christoph pens. You know. Looking at this does not look like a blood orange at all, does it, Anna? A lot of blood oranges over there, right? There we go. Yep, it's hot. I was like, what ink am I going to put in this? One of the things about Peak is that a lot of people... Yeah, we've been sampling your inks here today. One of the things about Peak is that a couple of people said, like, I don't know what ink I would mix that with. Like, what would I put in there? I want it to match. Peak goes with everything and also, like, doesn't not go with anything, right? Because it's such a wild color. How's the flow? I mean, it's a little early to tell. Seems totally fine, but I just inked it up. It's way too early. Not like a blood orange. I actually put this ink in this fine nib on purpose. Diamine is a true blood orange you like? Yeah, the Diamine blood orange is really good. Peak and orange reminds you of creamsicles? Solid. It's fine with me. I put it in this fine nib on purpose because it'll kind of control the flow. Because Leonardo's usually pretty wet. Yeah, this orange really pops. It is fire. Shazang! Right there. Really pops. You can see the other things I've inked up recently. My black Ultim has Colorverse Rising Reflections in it. My Panther 40's got that Tinterius Spicy Chipotle. Yeah. I had a beer, which I'm typing as your fingers are drunk. I think your iPad's getting too old to keep up. Yes. Yes, drink and blame the iPad. Good stuff. All right, folks. It's been a great evening. Thank you for hanging out with me while we do random things like ink samples and talking about pens that I bought this week. It's been a good week for pens and ink, I tell you what, and our little Inka Pet friends. Go check them out. Tell them I said hi. Pecan Aro Cafe Crema sounds like a good ice autumn combo. It does, yeah. I'd have to put a wetter nib in there, I think. Cafe Crema's pretty dry. But I definitely have that one. It's a good looking. That one in bronze. Both super cool. All right, folks. I got to bounce. I'm going to get some pizza, eat it with Audrey, and just like veg out on the couch for a bit. That's our plan. I'm glad you love the Friday afternoons. What's the thought on pizza? Got an order planned? Now I'm gonna talk to Aude about what she wants to get. I might go out and get some pizza. We'll see how it goes. If I do, I'll probably get that buffalo chicken style. I like my buffalo chicken pizzas. All right, folks. Bye, everybody. Think about what you put out in the world and make it a better place. And I'll see you Tuesday and Thursday on Twitch and back here on Friday for more of this.